At the end of 12 lunar months, he happened to be walking upon the royal palace of Babylon. The king was answering and saying, "Is not this Babylon the great, that I myself have built for the royal house with the strength of my might and for the dignity of my majesty?" While the word was yet in the king's mouth, there was a voice that fell from the heavens. "To you it is being said, O Nebuchadnezzar, the king, the kingdom itself has gone away from you, and from mankind they are driving even you away, and with the beasts of the field your dwelling will be. Vegetation they will give even to you to eat just like bulls, and 7 times themselves will pass over you until you know that the Most High is ruler in the kingdom of mankind, and that to the one whom he wants to, he gives it." At that moment, the word itself was fulfilled upon Nebuchadnezzar, and from mankind he was being driven away, and vegetation he began to eat just like bulls, and with the dew of the heavens his own body got to be wet until his very hair grew long, just like eagles' feathers, and his nails like birds' claws. And at the end of the days, I, Nebuchadnezzar, lifted up to the heavens my eyes, and my own understanding began to return to me. And I blessed the Most High himself and the one living to time indefinite. I praised and glorified, because his rulership is a rulership to time indefinite, and his kingdom is for generation after generation, and all the inhabitants of the earth are being considered as merely nothing, and he is doing according to his own will among the army of the heavens and the inhabitants of the earth. And there exists no one that can check his hand or that can say to him, "What have you been doing?" At that time, at the same time, my understanding itself began to return to me, and for the dignity of my kingdom, my majesty and my brightness themselves began to return to me. And for me, even my high royal officers and my grandees began eagerly searching, and I was reestablished upon my own kingdom, and greatness extraordinary was added to me. Now I, Nebuchadnezzar, am praising and exalting and glorifying the King of the heavens, because all his works are true and his ways are justice, and because those who are walking in pride, he is able to humiliate. Daniel chapter 4, verse 29 through 37. King Nebuchadnezzar was a great man. Jehovah God even called Nebuchadnezzar his servant, because Jehovah God had him execute judgment upon many nations. And he did just so, just the way Joshua did just so. Joshua did exactly what Jehovah God said. In the reading, when we read about the judges and Joshua's warfare, it says, and Joshua did just so. So did Nebuchadnezzar. Except that Nebuchadnezzar went a little heavy-handed and went beyond Jehovah God's prescription. And Jehovah God said in many times, in a few verses, that he did beyond his orders, that he exceeded the command that Jehovah God gave him. So he was exaggerating his strength in harshness and cruelty that went beyond justice. That is why Jehovah God disciplined Nebuchadnezzar. Not that he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do as a servant, executing judgment on other nations, that Jehovah God told him to do that. And that's why he was so successful. Then he became haughty. Then he acted as if Jehovah God didn't give him a commission. He completely forgot he received commission from Jehovah. Who else did that? Let's think about another king Jehovah